Hello everyone, in this video we are going to use the context API to handle the authentication part using the Auth Provider. So in this app I can create a user from this registration form, and the app will navigate to the home screen. So if I log out, it will go to the login screen. This functionality will be handled in the Auth context. So then Auth Provider will be handling all the authentication related functionality. So let's get started. Okay, before we get started, let's go to the code I have already done. So first we go to package.json. So we are going to use async storage and Firebase packages. So Firebase is mainly used for the authentication, and we have the index file and a couple of other screens. So we are using Expo route. So in the index file we have a spinner, and then we have the login screen, and we have the registration screen, and then we have the layout file as well. So we are gonna change this file in a few minutes. And then we have the app folder where we have the home screen. So you will be seeing this when the user is logged in. And we have a layout here as well, and we are using stack. And we have a Firebase configuration here. So I'm not gonna go into details here. So we are just exporting the auth function so that we can use it for the authentication functionalities. So to handle the authentication using the Auth Provider with the context API, so we need to create the auth file. So let's create the Auth Provider. So inside this file we can create the auth context. Here we can provide the initial state, we can add the properties later. Also we can provide a type, same we can add the properties later. And now we can create our Auth Provider. So the props we can use interface. Now here we can return the auth context with provider. So we need to provide some values here. So we will be adding them in a few seconds. So the first value we need to pass here is a state variable called is authenticated. So you can name the variable whatever you like. So it can be a boolean or undefined. So initially it will be undefined. So undefined state means we don't know whether the user is either authenticated or not. So we can pass this value here. So the reason why we are passing these state variables and the stuff here to the value is that then from the context API we can access this value from other components. So we can now put this here and put the default value also here. boolean or undefined. So we can put the children here now. Alright, so now we can export this. Also we can create a custom hook called use auth. So now here we can get the context from use context, and now we can pass it over here. So as a validation we can add this error message. If the context is not available, then we can throw an error saying we can say the use auth must be accessible within the auth provider. So if we want to use the use auth hook, then we need to make sure the auth provider is wrapped within the parent component. So let's do that. So we can go to the layout over here, and what we can do is let's create a new function called root layout, and here we can pass the slot, and then we can cut this and add it over here. Instead of slot we can use the auth provider, and we can wrap the root layout like this. So the app should be working fine as before. Yes, it's working fine. So next what we are going to do is, now we need to make this function workable. So what we can do is, let's go to the login. You can see here we have this login button. So we have this handle login function as well. So now we need to trigger the login function from auth provider. For the moment we don't have any functions, so let's create it. Let's create the login. So the parameters will be email and password. So here we can try adding the try catch block for safety, and then inside the login, inside the try block, we can call the Firebase sign in function. So let's see, with the auto this doesn't work, so let me get that from the other screen. There you go. So from inside the login function we can call sign in with the email and password. So this is coming from Firebase auth. So here the first parameter is the auth function, which is coming from the Firebase index file. We are exporting it from here. So we pass it over here, and then the email and password. So we can add the await and also make it async. So now we can pass this login over here. So we will get some errors because we need to define them. For the initial value also we can add something like this. Okay, we need to add the async. Alright, so we are passing the login over here. So then inside the login screen we can access that login function. So we can use the use auth hook, and here we can call the login and we can pass the email and password. So we can also add await. So we are getting these errors because we are not, this email and password can be undefined. So as a quick validation we can add this, but this is not the correct way. Alright, so the login part is complete, but we need the user registration first. So let's go to the registration file. So here also we have this on press the handle register function. So here also we need the register function from Firebase. So let's go back to the Auth Provider and create a registration function. Let's name it register. Same parameters as the input, so we can pass it over here, and we need create user with email and password from Firebase Auth, and then we can add register to initial state, and then to the types as well. So we need what did we miss? Yeah, we need a comment. Alright, let's go to the register and let's copy things from login screen. Instead of login, let's import let's get the register function, register, and we can pass the email and password. So we can add the same logic like this. Alright, so now let's check whether the registration part is working or not. Let's go to the register part. Let's add an email. Oops, let's try again. We don't have any validation here, so okay, we are getting an error. So yeah, that email it's already exit, so because I did some testing. So let's add alias and see. Okay, so actually what happens is here now the registration actually works, but our app doesn't navigate to the home screen. So the reason is we haven't done anything over here. So that's a mistake. So let's import the use auth, and here what we are going to use it is authenticated. So now we can put it as a dependency, and also we can see if the is authenticated is undefined, we are not doing anything. So again I am telling, so the here the is authenticated can be three things. One is undefined, or true or false. So when it is undefined means we are not still know whether the user is authenticated or not. So here now what we will do is, if it is undefined, we are not doing anything. So if it is authenticated, then we need to go to home screen, else we need to go to the login screen. Still the app won't work because we need to go to the Auth Provider and we need to add a listener coming from Firebase, which is called on auth state change. So this will trigger when the we need to pass auth function here as well. So this will act as a listener when the Firebase user is changed, like if the user is logged in or logged out, this function the callback will trigger. So if the user is available, then we need to set is authenticated to true, else we set is authenticated to false. Alright, so see, now we are logged in, but let's go to the home screen, and here we have the logout option as well from the button. So let's implement that. To do that, first we need the logout function inside the Auth Provider. We don't need any parameters. We can call the sign out from Firebase. So we can pass this here. Alright, so we can add the logout here, the initial state, and also here. Alright, so now in the home screen we can get the logout from use auth, and we can call it over here. Alright, so let's see what will happen. Yeah, we are going back to the login screen. Let's reload again and let's create a new user. See, we are going into the home screen, so I can't go back, and let's reload. So when the user close the app and come back, so we straight away go to the home screen because the Firebase cache the user internally. So yeah, that's it from this video. So I hope you guys like this video. So if you really like this video, you can like the video and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get the notification of the new videos I am uploading. So I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Bye.